Hey guys! About 7 months ago, Crytek posted this video giving us an update on what we could expect for Hunt in Quarter 2 and Quarter 3 of this year. If you're unaware, Quarter 3 ends with September, so here in October, we are officially in Q4, but we haven't seen another update about what is coming from this point. So this video is two parts. The first is a report card on what Crytek said was coming in that video, and the second is a wish list of sorts on what I hope we hear about if another update video goes live. And I will add timestamps right below the old subscribe button. Hop around if you want to. In that previous video, they talked about a lot of things we've seen introduced into the game. They talked about a new quest system, which we now know is the summons, and beyond that, quest lines. Both of these systems seem like a good replacement for the daily and weekly challenges. I'm enjoying them. They are clearly intended to tie into future events as well, so that's great. They talked about two new grunts, which turned out to be the pistol grunt and the lantern grunt. When those dropped, Crytek teased we might be able to pick up the pistols one day, so that could still be on the way, but I would say that promise was met. Even if people were whelmed by it, I like the addition. This was also when we heard about a new element of team play and anti-camping mechanic, which we now know is the Stalker Beetle. That is probably the newest addition from this update, and however you feel about it, it is there, so yeah, another passing grade. The devs also teased changes to the UI. We've seen updates to the death screen and the end of match details where it is now easier to tell who you killed and when, but they also said this.
As well as that, we're also planning a bit of a rework for the equipment screen in the hopes to improve the overall usability when in these menus.
And I can't think of any changes that they made to the equipment screen. I thought maybe that was a reference to loadouts, but it turns out loadouts came out almost a year ago, so probably not that. I don't know what this was supposed to be, but I haven't really heard about it since, and I don't think it has happened. But maybe, if I'm forgetting something, let me know in the comments. I don't think the black market would count as an improvement to the UI. They also mentioned progression changes pretty briefly. I guess they've made changes here, but I don't really know because they didn't set an expectation of what this could be. So if rearranging equipment on the progression tree was the intent, then I would say mission accomplished. But that about covers all the information we got from that video. We've seen almost everything except whatever that UI change was, and if something had to get pushed, it makes sense that it would be that, because, I mean, the UI is clunky, but it is mostly functional. Now, we have heard teases since then about some stuff that might be cooking. We know another boss is being worked on. That was teased back in 1.8, so I think they have a pretty solid concept by now and are well into development, so maybe around Christmas or whatever, we will hear more about that. On to the wish list, and let me tell you, this is definitive, so here are 8 things I hope we see or hear about, assuming another video happens. Number 1 is a simple one. I would love a weapon inspect button. The skins in the game are great, the animations are great. Let's marry those two together and give us the option to look at our gun while in game. The best we have right now is the 3D view in the menu, which has terrible lighting for some reason, or you can reload, and that's just not really what we're looking for. It's a good idea, that's all I'm saying. Number 2, no Hunt wishlist is complete without a request for a 2D replay like in the game Evolve, where you can see where each team traveled during the course of the match. The end of match screen might be the closest we are getting to that, but it could be a cool feature, and I feel like it works well with the game's design. The devs have said they want to do this, but last we heard, it's not on the horizon. Number 3, I'm just gonna say it because I am happy to die on this hill. A winter map would be very cool. And I don't care if there isn't a lot of snow in Louisiana, nor do I care if in 1895 there was a large snowstorm that covered Louisiana in snow. This isn't about science, this is about fun, and I want to frolic in the snow. And the gameplay options could be interesting. Also, DeSalle does not look like Louisiana, sorry to tell you. Number 4, I doubt Crytek is going to change this, but being able to find a random third person for trios when you have a pre-made duo would be great. Griefing is a thing, sure, but so is in-game reporting, so why not? Number 5, if we are just talking about changes and not new content, I would love even a brief post about the hunt dollar economy. I think a lot of people are curious about this, especially with the recent price changes, and the data there could do a lot to alleviate people's concerns about people just sitting at level 100. Number 6, electric custom ammo and electric barrels or batteries. I don't know. There is room for a new damage type, and that's all I'm saying. I understand if you hate this idea, but it feels like electricity is supposed to be some sort of thing with the generators and the electric lamp, but it isn't really. So, you know, there's an idea. Number 7, custom lobbies is an obvious one and another feature the devs have said they want to do, but isn't exactly a priority. Still, using the test server to do this is time consuming and just not that practical, and a custom server would be really cool. My Discord recently did a Fistful of Frags event, and that was a lot of fun. I wish we could do it more often in Hunt. Number 8, can we bring back the ability to choose between 2 contracts? I know MMR changes the way matchmaking works right now, but it would be nice to plan for certain environments or a particular boss. I guess I'm curious what the player count needs to be to justify bringing this back. I know some regions still suffer from empty lobbies, so I understand if this doesn't come back. I'm just kind of sad about it. In addition to this, I would say even a 3rd game mode could be a nice change of pace, but you know, we've talked about that on the channel before. Alright, those are my top requests. Let me know yours. What is on your Hunt Showdown wish list? And until the next video, goodbye.